back to the land of shooting deers and dirty old morning beers. Remember, you can't drink all day unless you start in the morning. Man, what a dog. Are you itchy? Are you stunned? You stunned dog. You stunned dog. You need a fresh racing stripe this morning? Come on, bud. We gotta make you fast. How is the dog supposed to be fast if he doesn't have a racing stripe? Isn't that right, Willer dog? All right, let's give you a racing stripe. Oh, yeah. Oh. This one's for Dale. Good dog. You're looking sharp, buddy. Willer dog loves looking like a race car, don't you, Willer dog? It's safe paint for dogs. It's what they use for Halloween stuff. What are you doing? You stun dog? Yeah, you stun dog. Willard, are you looking sharp? Look at that. Looking sharp. So being as stunned as I am, I have 8,475 irons in the fire. I was gonna do a video on, I bought an old sacked out truck that's a little ways to the west of here, and I was gonna fire up the old Texas bed. I fixed the fuel tanks up. They were leaking like a sieve. Laid the JB weld hard to this one, and I had to put a brand used one on the other side. A feller might have a little bit of the ADD. I have 4 projects on the go. I got the old 49 Ford on the go, engine on the stand. I got an old picker truck that I'm building. I got the old T-bed in the shop. I gotta go pick up another truck. And well, then I got a call from my buddy Gantry Gimbleman butt welder. He says, Peg and Leggin, if you don't come to this Burnout show on Saturday, I'm gonna rip your shirt off. And I got my new Walmart shirt that says Gantry Gimbleman butt welder. You can't rip my shirt off. He says, well, I won't rip your shirt off if you come to the Burnout competition in town there. So not gonna lie to you, fella, I didn't really want to go to this thing because it's a weird car show thing, and I hate car shows. Anybody that watches the channel, you guys know that. But there is a Burnout show, and there is the threat of my Walmart shirt getting ripped off. So I told him I'd show up, and I told him that I'd give her all the ways. I gave the man my word, and if a feller doesn't have his word, what does he have? Isn't that right, Willer dog? Well, then it occurred to me that I haven't done 8,475 burnouts this year, and that's a problem. That is a big problem. We're gonna get things dialed in. I was at Tire Pro the other day. He had a bunch of mint tires all laying there. Dump had a bunch of mint tires laying around, and you're not gonna not burn them off. Like, look at that. Just a mint stack of sacked out old tires. And we got the old Cummins-Dumpster. We're gonna use the Cummins-Dumpster because she's sassy. We can do burnouts in any of this piles, but this one seems to have the most horsepower. But over the years, the old Cummins-Dumpster, she hasn't seen a whole lot of love. She's seen a lot of abuse. Hasn't seen a whole lot of love. The box is sacked right out. The turbo is from the dump, and its get up and go has got up and left a few times. I think I'm on, this is the 7.5 turbo.
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I've gone through 7.5 turbos with the sacked out old crick. So I gotta fix the turbo up on her. My buddy Ben might have sent me a sassy turbo to try. He says, Peg and Leggin, you're not gonna blow this one up. She's gonna be good. Now I've heard that before, so I am a little wary. A feller's gotta be wary of a feller that says you're gonna be hard pressed to blow a turbo up. But if it's anybody that can test a turbo out, it's this cripple. So we gotta move this pile in the shop. She's just been sitting here all year, not doing nothing. I've done a few burnouts in it. Oh, and I also lit the whole thing on fire. What, for a dumpy's nest? There's a dumpy's nest living in there, and the old lady got bit by one. So you have to light your truck on fire if she gets bit by a dumpy's nest. That's how it works. We got to pull the box off. We got to do, there's no brakes on it anymore. We got to fix the brakes. It needs the turbo. The fuel system's completely sacked out. There's a ball valve in the back out of an old garden sprinkler that I found at the dump. I got to fix that. We're gonna dial this old prick back together, and look at this. Low and beer hold. This is pretty fancy. So my buddy Quillen, minty feller, he's the feller that I drove all the way out east with to Ottawa to protest our communist government with. He's like, oh yeah, Peg, I got this mint Chinesium box laying around. I said, what do you mean Chinesium box? Would you buy a mail order bride like I did? He says, no, I got an actual Chinesium 79 Ford box, and she's all yours. Well, look at this. Just feast your eyes on that. It's kind of rust free. Well, the whole thing's rusty, but there's no rust holes in it. He said it's a nightmarish pile of what for it's all screwed and bolted together and Chinese. But I mean, it's way better than the box that's on it. So we gotta fix up the box. We gotta put the box on. I gotta find some fuel doors, some tailgate stuff, a tailgate, all the rest of it. It's gonna be a long day. Oh yeah, and I forgot to tell you, the Burnout show is in, what is it, 20 hours, I think? And I probably have about 20 hours of work to get done. So commence the beer drinking and the wrench pulling. All right, well, I might've gotten a head start on the beer drinking. It's not bad. It's not good, but it's not bad. Exceptional light beer. Yeah, and they sell it at Costco. I mean, the Costco's got it. It's got to be not that bad. Oh, and just in case there's a young fella watching or a lady that doesn't know how this works, real men have so many projects and so much in the way that they barely have a shop to work in. It's just what we do. We don't really understand why we do it, but it's what we do. You got to have a whole pile of in the way all the time and get half the projects done and run her down the road like that, because why get things done when you can get them half done? In. So there, you just remember that the next time you're wondering why the whole driveway and backyard is full of half up projects that your husband haven't gotten done yet. It comes with the territory of being a greasy old hillbilly. Oh, Michelob's not settling nice. Oh, what the hell is a Michelob anyway?
I ain't cut out to climb highline poles, but I'm pretty good at drinking beer.
And 13th and 14th, I was intoxicated. I drank all of those days. I drank in excess. I'm drunk now. I'm drunk right now.
Is this why you shouldn't start drinking in the morning? Rode off the whole long dick midget, the camera, the whole works. I up the word rear. Stunned. How much stunned, Willard? All of it. Look at, he's even looking at me like I'm stunned.
And that drunk calls me stunned. Is he ever hard on equipment?
This camera was with me for everything. That sucks. We're gonna need that thing. Note to self. Breakfast beers and cameras go together like and strawberry shortcake. All right, well, we're down to one camera view for a while here, I guess, till a fella can get another one of these off Scamazon. Oh, she's just sacked out. What a shame. This thing's filmed a lot of videos. Oh, and as far as the old long midget goes here, we're gonna have to fire up the old DD Speed Shop, DD Speed Shop, DD Speed Shop 500 and glue her back together. Man, I love this junk. Now it's all sacked out because I'm stunned. All right, well, let's go fire up the old Cummins-Dumpster and get her in here. Willard, we're lucky that you're all covered in grease and oil, because she's pissing rain out here, bud. You're gonna melt. So if you're new to the old Cummins-Dumpster here, she's pretty mint. But this old mill, she's what one might call fast and loose.
When the rear end's loose, car's fast. Loose is fast and on the edge of out of control.
She's seen a lot of red line, a lot of overheats, a lot of bagging. Every time you get to burning the tires, it pushes the dipstick out, what from the blow-by. This mill had, I think, 300,000 miles on it, something like that, before I put it in the truck, and it was already pretty winded. I didn't put any rings in it. I checked the main bearings out, and that was it. If you notice here, the lack of a wastegate will show you how many that I have to give. So yeah, we're gonna take the old dump turbo off, put the new turbo on. But yeah, just so you guys know, the old Cummins-Dumpster here, she's seen a lot of red line, a lot of overheats, a lot of giving her all the way, and she's got all the blow-by. She's got these blow-by ports, the blow-by ports on the side, and it still makes enough blow-by to push the dipstick out. So that means that we need more boost. That's how that works. So it's natural ring end gap, basically what we're going with here. And instead of taking the mill apart and reducing the compression ratio for more boost, you just let it naturally do its thing and it's fine. Oh, also the Chinesium fuel pump that I got on her is it bleeds back. Well, that or the dump spec plumbing that I have on the fuel tank. It could be a whole bunch of different things causing it to be stunned. Pump it. See, this is why I like Ford. You can actually get to the primer bulb on this thing, unlike the Dodges. All right, I think we're primed up. Mint. Power on. Man, how much wind's in there? Not lots, I tell you that. All right, let's fire it up. You guys don't get the double camera view anymore because I'm stunned.
Come on, you stinking piece of
How dare you?
All the sheets. You don't need to worry about the projects plugging the shop right off. All right, so we're gonna work in order that is G-Dale fashion. We gotta do the priority stuff first. First thing, more power. So this turbo is freshly picked from the dump, and it's also, yeah, so it was a dump turbo mixed with a good turbo, and I made one turbo out of it. As you'll see here, it shows you the state of what the turbo was, and then I made a good turbo out of 2 turbos. So I talked to my buddy Ben, and he says, Pagan Leggin, I'll make you a turbo. He's got a lathe and a bunch of other mint going on, and he makes turbos. I don't know, he does some hybrid thing where he makes a mint, but I actually haven't had a chance to open it up yet. All right, so look at the packing job he did. Look at that guy. What's that guy all about? I don't know. But he made me a sassy deal on this thing, and he said, Peg, you will not be disappointed. She's not a direct bolt-on, I don't reckon. What for, yeah, this isn't what I'm used to here. It's not gonna be the same. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what makes it better or what makes it worse. He says some things are bigger on one end. I think this is way bigger, but I don't know. Was that the adjustable wastegate dealie? I don't usually run one of those. I don't actually know what's going on, but we're gonna bolt it on there, and we're gonna make it fit on this sacked oval furred, and hopefully it makes more power. That's what's gonna happen. Well, the minty feather included new gaskets, which is pretty sassy. I've done a lot of beating on a lot of trucks in my days. It doesn't seem like this is gonna hold up to the heat, but I think we're just gonna have to find out. He even painted it. I don't have anything nice around here, and now I have this thing, and I'm just gonna f it right up. All right, let's grab the P-Auto parts bin and get to work. The smell of hot, dead turbo is real. This thing smells like it's dying. It might be dying. The fella that sold me this turbo, I got a lot of respect for him. Like a lot of respect. Good guy, minty as good family, all the rest of that stuff. One of the last of the hard-working types, like a lot of you minty pricks that watch this channel. But so just any disrespect that I hand this turbo that I'm about to abuse doesn't have any reflection on that guy. All right, so he's minty as 10 out of 10. But what I'm about to put his turbo through, it's gonna be rowdy.
You have no idea what kind of I can bring you!
Oh, all right.
Oh, look at the chunks out of that thing. Oh, all of it. I can't believe this one hasn't blown up yet. This one has been whooped like a res dog, and she still just cheeches nonstop. All right, we gotta shut down the DD's Beach Shop 500 here. Does this thing still glide? Oh yeah, she's still electric gliding. Is it? Oh yeah. She's mint again. Oh yeah, that thing's sacked right out. We're still gonna use it. Sounds like a lot of the ladies I've been with. Pretty sacked out, pretty previously enjoyed, but I still had fun. Oh yeah, this thing is sacked out. Come on, you pile of shit. There she comes. Holy something I just noticed here. Look at this. That's a wee little guy, right? Look at the size of this guy. Oh man, I think this is gonna be better. There's some maximum chooch happening here. All of a sudden, I'm really excited. We might even go all the way out and change the oil on this sacked out old Ford. How about that? Changing the oil. This thing has old, really burnt oil in it. How burnt? All of it. It smells bad. All right, well, he sent me a new gasket, which is probably good because this one's blowed the out. It does have this thing in the middle, and if that blows through and things up, it'll completely take the turbo out, so we'll give that a bit of a snip. All right, on goes the tight fitting turbo on the loosest mill. Now that looks like she's gonna be pretty good. So what I've been told about 8,405,000 times is that turbos really do not enjoy the what happens when you give her all the weight and then let off and they make that they backspin. Well, what those people don't understand that all told me that is that I love country music, real country music, not that garbage they put on the radio nowadays.
What kind of music do you usually have here?
Oh, we got both kinds. We got country and western.
And when a good country song comes on, I like to play my country songs with the 12 valve.
Hey, pretty lady, won't you give me a sign? I'll give you everything if I don't mind. I'll do your business, be back in trouble. Ain't very real, and I ain't Tom Seller.
A lot of guys play guitar, some guy plays the fiddle. You know, all them beauties playing the old steel guitar. I like to play the 12 valve. Well, when I'm giving her down the highway and I'm, you know, playing the 12 valve, the turbos don't like that, but I don't care. I need a turbo that can stand up to that. That's what I asked for, and hopefully that's what I get. This thing is pretty beefy looking. Like how much beef? All of it.
Say Mr. Beefy, say it.
Mr. Beefy.
The only thing I'm gonna have to add is a little bit of extra dump pipe, and I got lots of that, and then beat the out of this inner fender, which is no problem because she's made out of steel. Man, I might be able to just cut that right out of there and then weld something back in. I mean, something's better than nothing. That's the old lady. Jobs are mint. I can do them better myself, but it's the effort that counts.
That's what she said.
So I just got off the phone with my buddy Ben there. Now this guy's smart. He's tits out of 10. He was going on and on to me about how efficiency goes for turbos and exhaust housings and why you should run this and run that. But at the end of the day, I really didn't understand what he was saying because I'm kind of stunned that way.
It's produced by the modial interaction of magnetoreluctance and capacitive diractance.
Whoa.
The original machine had a base plate of prefamulated amulite. The lineup consisted simply of 6 hydrocoptic Marsal vanes, placed in panendermic semi-boloid slots of the stator, of an instrument that would not only provide inverse reactive current for use in unilateral phase detractors.
Enough! Do you want my head to explode?
We'll be able to get that dialed in. But I asked him at the prick, I said, hey, I'm stunned. I don't know how this works as far as flowability and all the rest of this fiddle. And he said, no problem, pegging legging. I'll make a video and I'll let you put her in the clip. So here you go. This is what he built.
Hey everyone, this is Ben, and I'm the fellow that built the latest turbo on Peg's brown Cummins. So what it is an S300 hybrid, and what that means is it's an S300 center section with the stock exhaust housing deleted and a HE351 9cm housing that is custom machined to fit. The most common question I get is why would you go from a 14 or a 12 cm down to a 9 cm? And the reason for that is with smaller volume you get quicker spool because the velocity is increased. Now most people would think, okay, well that means that the choke point is going to be a lot sooner, and that's not actually the case because the nozzle on these 9 cms is actually bigger and therefore higher flowing than the 12 or the 14 cms. And you also have a higher flowing wastegate design. Both the ports are bigger and you get linear flow, which means there's no big voids, which really kills the exhaust flow that's trying to bypass the turbine. A lot of people think wastegates aren't that important. However, if you look at the fact that you have a really good flowing wastegate, it equates to having a bigger turbine as far as like total flow, equates to a bigger turbine without the spool penalty.
All right, so hopefully you guys done some book learning on that. He's good at dumbing things down for me. I said, I just want increased tire wear at an excessive rate. And he said, peg and legging, I got your back. Now we're gonna do a rating scale. So install, we're gonna do a tits out of 10 scale. So as far as install goes, the oil drain line bolted on, the oil supply line bolted on, the exhaust housing is gonna bolt right up, and the intake side is gonna bolt right on with this elbow here. And he supplied the clamp. So all I'm gonna have to do is add a little bit of dump pipe. So as far as this goes, tits out of 10. Mint. Now as far as, we're gonna have durability and then power. So those are only the 3 things you're gonna be looking for as far as turbos are going. And hopefully they're all on the tits out of 10 scale, because if they are, I'm excited. So the price I paid for this turbo was definitely a good deal on my behalf. Anything us frostbacks buy out of America, you have to pay a 38% increase on the thing. So you spend $1 at your liquor store buying a beer. Well, up in Canadistan, if you went from Canadistan down to the land of the free and the home of the Braves, instead of $1, it's $1.38. So everything, so anything that you guys buy and comes across the border, whether it be from my store, a turbo from Ben, you know, a pocket made up here, you guys are paying 38% less. Buying this turbo from Ben was tits out of 10. I tried to get into contact with Power Driven Diesel. I didn't think they wanted to give this old Frostbakistani a handy with anything, but Ben, he was willing to work with me, and not only that, it was a good deal. I don't remember exactly what he charged me, but it was a lot cheaper than all the other turbos I've bought so far. I'm excited. Oh yeah, we gotta do the price. What the price at here? Price, tits out of 10. So let's get this thing on here. So as far as 3-inch dump pipe goes, that's from the dump, and that's a single piece too. I think we're good to go. We're gonna use that. Man, you gotta love dump pipe. Just add dump pipe. We're gonna need about 16 inches. We'll call her 16 1/4 inch on there. 16 1/4 inch, and we'll weld some shoulders on it so it doesn't blow the off. So just so you minty pricks know, in high school in old Frost, Pakistan, when I was going there, we learned standard and metric, both freedom units and communists. So you guys like to think that old Frost, Pakistan just filled with Justin Trudeau's and dirt lumps. It definitely has a lot of those, but there's a lot of us fellers here that we basically grew up more American than a lot of people that are living in them big fancy cities down in America. I tell you that for all. We learned inches, gallons, all that. We drank American beer, drove American trucks. They just, I guess when they drew the border, my kind of people were on the wrong side, I reckon. All right, let's see how she fits. All right, so that's gonna work. Minty is, this guy's gonna be all wampus, but I don't give a about that. Look at that. So it's not hitting here at all. Not hitting here at all. She's mint right here. She goes right into the old pipe. That guy there, I mean, it's a little bit of a hard corner, but that's fine. So she's holding up to her tits out of 10 for install still. Look at how easy that was. Yeah. All right, well, we're gonna weld some thingies on here so she doesn't pop apart. I think we're ready to go test on it after we win that tire up. Shoulders all welded on there. Let's stick her home. You don't have to go all the way around. As long as you got enough to for the clamp to clamp onto, that's all she needs. You don't need to worry about burning the out of your fingers because you're too impatient to let it cool down. It's fine. So Ben and I were talking on the phone and we were going over this and we were going over that, and I told him what I had for a boost gauge. And I told him it definitely wasn't a Winters mechanical gauge fresh out of the dump. Okay, it might be a wintered mechanical gauge fresh out of the dump, but I think it works. But then the conversation was leading down the realm to pyrometers and stuff like that. And I'm happy he didn't ask anything because, well, there's nothing going on in here. And I don't think the pyro I bought was Bluetooth because the wires all melted off from excessive heat. But he never asked. So Ben, if you watch this video, just skip through the parts where all of this is glowing red, and then my warranty's still valid, right? Is that how that works? Just ignore everything that's about to happen. Also, as far as fresh oil through this thing, well, I'm kind of stunned that I didn't warm it up, so I'm not gonna drain the oil just yet. But I mean, this thing can shoot through the old oil before it gets the new oil. I'm gonna go test on the thing right now. All right, well, let's see how this new turbo shoots. I'm pretty deaf, so I can't hear it, but you guys might be able to hear it. For my ears here, because I'm deaf. Does it make bald eagle noises? Man. Oh, a big shout out to this Minty prick who sent me some fan mail. Minty, I did get coffee and beer all over it, but I mean, I appreciate the out of it, buddy. Bryce, Minty as well, that's all ass. So I've never really experienced a turbo that wasn't from the dump, really, or a stock one, so hopefully I'm pleasantly surprised. I'm pretty excited. After she hit 40 psi, and that was 44 psi. That's pretty good. I don't really have a pyro. I'm gonna look at my camera here, see how much smoke is pouring out after we're at max boost. Let's see here. But for break-in, I'm just gonna leave her as is and give her all the way. Burnout trailer. I f***ed up all my swamp mats. I f***ed up everything because I'm stunned. I've clearly f***ed up this tail light. But what I haven't f***ed up is this driveway. So in Alberta we got this high quality clay, and once she hardens up and once she's dry, it's pretty much like pavement. We got to finish these tires off. You don't need to worry about random parts of trucks in the driveway. Third gear? I think so. Did her pretty good though. Yeah. You can't get enough of that burning rubber stink. What a treat. Oh, I better move this before Miss Peg comes home. She's gonna run the old boat over top of the old tire cords. Oh, the lawnmower's gonna love that. You don't need to worry about all the tire cords in the driveway. It's nature's tire cords. There. Mint. Well, she does a good burnout. Fourth gear, no problem. Ventilation's a bit of an issue, but that's fine. Everything looks good under here. What a treat. All right, so rip, she'll burn off tires. So now we're gonna be looking at things as they go, you know. First thing we gotta worry about, tire burning. So you need horsepower. She's getting good fuel, all that mint. Brakes, the way she goes. This box is thunder. So in order to get it done, it's gonna be a bunch of wiring and a bunch of fiddle, but I reckon I can get her done in okay fashion. Let's start peeling this thing off. This tailgate is thundered. So I don't know if you guys have been watching this channel for very long, but this tailgate, well, she's seen a little bit of abuse, what for flying through it, and then my buddy John welded it on. And
previously on another drunken piss tank adventure with Peg.
I've been pretty hammered before in my existence. I like drinking beer, just like Willard likes being stunned, but this really topped it off last night with putting the tailgate on the truck. Hey, don't burn the, don't chrome up, don't look at it. There you go. Safety first. Safety. Are you drunk enough that you don't need PPE? PPE. It's welding actually pretty good. Yeah, welding. Look at that. I'm barely even getting radioactive.
Yeah, like I didn't even get AIDS in this video. Oh, we got big holes. I just got some more water.
Big hole, that's the story of my existence right there.
I mean, you got a big hole or what?
No, I can't hit the sides, but I can sure beat the out of some of it.
There's a lot of wire going into this project.
It's I'm gonna unload it. Everything's covered in rubber. When this thing burnt off at 22.5. the end of the road for the ever staying clean, getting anywhere near this thing. Cause yeah, it's bad. It's real bad. This thing's brutal. I'm not throwing these out though. Even though you touch them, you get darker than Toby's taint. I ain't throwing them out. All right, well, we're pulling this thing apart, and we got a serious problem with Dodge wiring and dumpy. So I don't even know if I blew fuses from this or what, but this is bad. Yeah, that's not good. But the dumpies are gone. That's all that matters. Dirty old dumpies. Also, this box has something that the other box isn't gonna have, and it's access to the fuel system. So a fella might have to cut a hole in the other box just to have this kind of availability, because this is handier than like it's meant to be able to just climb up here, fix and then not have to take the tank open underneath the thing.
Foreshadowing.
Man, fella really wishes he had a hoist. No, for sakes. All right, well, don't worry about it. You don't need to worry about the hoist. I'm gonna, I gotta change the wheels on this piece of because I can't fit my fat crippled underneath it to work on it. All right, now the question is gonna be, how much am I gonna f this thing up putting her on the Cummins-Dumpster? I mean, probably all of it, but I'm fine with that. All right, well here she is. She's looking pretty mint. Well, it's all dented to and surface rusted all the shit, but it's pretty good. Yeah, let's hammer that prick on there. Looking sharp. All right, well I just realized that I cut all the fuel nozzle off.
Good. Peg, you should have been a friggin' parts guy.
To build this system. I grabbed this one off in 94, but it's gonna be way different. This is the one that was on it. I just cut it and welded the out of it. But I do have another Ford over there that has all this on it probably. So we're gonna have to go push it over here and fiddle with it. So this minty pile of Ford should have both fuel doors. I'm only putting one tank in the old Ford, but should have both fuel doors, and it should have tailgate I need. It's not even, and these little bolt-on bracket thingies that I need. So this thing's got her all. All right, I got a good one for you minty preps. You gotta see this. So old Fords impress me all the time. They're meant to, I love these trucks. Hits out of 10 from day one. Look at the box on that, mint. But look at that. So this has got to be stock from 70. This is 79. All of this is rusted to absolute, right? All of it unbolted, everything undone, and it went right back onto this box. Well, this is a Chinesium one, but check this out. Look at it. It's rusty and look at it. Opens. All the latches line up. Everything's mint. Look at it. Look at that. What a treat. Finally, I got a tailgate. Yeah, this old piece of shit hasn't had a tailgate in forever. So, mint. So now all I gotta do is throw the headache rack back on her, pull her back into the shop, and start bolting more on. It's never looked that good, ever. All right, so I'm fiddling the taillights back into her, and the wiring's absolutely. I had to redo all that. So they have these little plastic inserts that go into the holes, so you're able to put the screw in. So Mrs. Peg and I were sitting here chilling out, and I figured I might as well DD speed shop the hole shell with the hot glue gun, and then just screw it to that. It'd be mint. Check that the out. Is that smoke coming out of the tailgate? I don't know what that is. I don't know why it's just rolling out of there. It's just shooting. But this is the most fancy pants this old fur's ever looked, I think. This is the most complete it's ever looked. The box has always been completely falling off the thing, so it's kind of weird seeing it sitting up where it's supposed to be without giant cutouts and this, that, and the other, but for natural weight reduction. Yeah, the only thing left on the list, I can do the front brake, and that's about it. So being that this whole debacle here, you know, making it go faster, making it do better burnouts, there was a budget to this whole debacle. So we ran out of money when it came to going slower, and brakes are anyway, they only slow you down. So all I'm gonna do is take this fresh Princess Auto flapper disc and my lathe, and I'm just gonna spin it round and round and take some material off this thing. Well, she's already pretty wore out, but there's no material to grab onto. It just glazes over the brake pads as soon as you hit the brake. So we're just gonna give her a whole new face to bite onto and see what happens. Oh yeah. Let's have a look at it. Oh yeah. Yeah, the pads will bite right into that. Mint. One flapper disc for one rotor, and I think she'd be mint. What a treat. All right, so this is the nicest this truck has ever looked, ever. Even before I bought it, it was sacked out. Look at that box on there. Willard, isn't that mint? We got a whole bed for all kinds of activities now, all kinds of room. I only put 4 bolts in it because the exhaust is all hooked up. You want to go pressure test it a bit there?
Yeah, I think we can do that. No, spin the tire. We need the tire.
I won't spin these tires.
You're lying.
I swear to. Look at the fuel door matches the paint scheme. That's a Bluetooth fuel tank.
Right on.
Yeah, but look at the paint scheme is matching for the fuel doors.
It's not even at all, but yeah.
Well, it kind of matches it.
It matches the other truck.
It's a scheme. The only gauges I have is oil pressure and temperature, and that's
None
all
of that even matters.
Well,
I'm not looking at that at all.
I got a Winters tank truck gauge from a dump. It kind of works.
That's full brakes. Like left foot, full brakes?
Yeah, left.
Oh, Jesus.
And the brakes are less than favorable. Is this pavement?
Yeah.
Smoky out here. Oh, there's a couple more left in her. May not have got hit by about 4 yards of gravel, but it's not bad. Was it good gravel though, or? I'm gonna power shift it. Maybe I'm not. Come on, mommy. There we go. box though. Oh, the filler neck's leaking a little bit more. It's fine.
That brand new taillight?
Those are rock or Amazon.
Oh. What if you like do a full beater?
That's what we're doing, yeah. That's what we got to do that. These beach up. Did these beach up? Oh. Man, this tire's.
You think we'll even make it from here to the show without blowing a whole set of tires?
I don't know.
First 15 minutes.
Well, remember when you got here and I said I got tires on for the show tomorrow?
I don't think I've seen you start this thing and not blow the tires off immediately. Except for when we drove it to Medicine Hat.
Yeah, and then we blew the tires off of it. So a fella might have taken her out for another test drive and then might have tested the tires right off of it again. But I mean, that's fine. The old Transforce, she's put on a weight loss plan. I'll just put this over here on the pile. That's pretty good for one day. So we got the old trailer tires on here and we got it on cruise control right now. We're gonna put as much piss-eye in these things that they can handle. She's got, what ply are those?
Why are you lying to the people?
I'm lying?
We're not going to put in as much as they can handle because then they would blow up for us to know how much they can handle.
We had the regulator set at $140. They can
You won't turn up to 160.
Shake hands with danger.
Man, it's making some noises.
Just dark, ominous tones.
It's definitely creaking.
That's making some noises, son.
Is it?
I know you can't hear the noises, but it's making them.
That's $150 right there. That's just the bead setting.
The rim blows right in half. Steel rims.
They're not. They're mint. Those are dump rims. Oh man, there is no wiggle to that prick. This side is a little more stress cracked.
Man, there's
but they're Carlisle.
We just did about 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
It was dangerous. Nowhere near as dangerous as this.
This is fine.
This is sketchy. This is sketchy.
Going to town. Look at the body line.
If you watch and listen closely, you can hear this drunk cripple's brain go into full mongoloid mode to distract itself from the impending doom presented by the overinflated dump tire. If he shows fear, the dump tire will sense it, causing it to attack immediately. He keeps his calm by ingesting even more beer and a lip filled with zin.
And the American flag.
Man, she's straight.
Freedom. It is straight. Don't look at the other side, but this side's straight. There. Oh, you hear that? You can set your watch to that catch.
Oh, that was anemic.
Well, that's what she said. Well, we're good to go. This is going to be a good burnout.
Flush out the wild critters and... Well, how will I tell you to go faster or slower? I'll just give her all the way.
All right, so we made her here fair and square. The burnout pad is ready to go. So if anybody remembers from last year I showed up and I up the word rear. So yeah, I was just saying before I got moved here. Last year, I showed up with dually snow tires on and I up the word rear. Check out this pathetic burnout. So this year we got dump tires. Oh, actually these tires are sponsored by Tire Pro in Grand Prairie, Alberta. Minty as give him a holler, talk to Abe, he's 10 out of 10. So he set my crippled up with two 14-ply trailer tires and we got them sitting at 140 psi. So you're gonna have a real nice pop when they go. All right, so whoever the put this riggings on, it's the Illicit Car Show in Claremont, Alberta. Just wanted to give a big thanks to the Minty Prick that does that. He doesn't have to let his parking lot get up. He doesn't have to do the paperwork and have the insurance, but he still does. Minty is yeah, bud. Yeah. Yeah, buddy. Yeah. Man. Best seats in the house, eh? What do you got there?
Oh, just some orange juice.
Sparkling lemonade.
Yep, sparkling lemonade.
These beach out. So what are you saying about the Duramax you sold to this guy?
He said, this thing's a piece of shit. I had to change the motor in it. And I said, well, I did bag it around on level 10 for 2 years straight.
Yeah, you buy a truck that has a level 10, you're not going to expect it to be on a level 10.
Like, I'm not going to drive it nice. It's like, you know, not girlfriend to save her for the next guy.
Yeah, that's how it works.
There it goes.
Ha! Gay! Next!
Yeah!
Yeah, buddy. Fourth gear rev and dump or fifth gear? He knows how to do it. Fifth gear. Nicely done, buddy.
Fun, sir.
Thank you, sir.
More power.
We're superheating.
More power.
Intermix temperature 7,400 degrees.
More power. More power.
2,000 degrees above maximum.
More power.
She'll blow soon.
More power.
I'm giving her all she's got, Captain. If I push it any harder, the whole thing will blow.
More power.
Bad noise.
5 minutes before critical mass.
Critical what?
More power. More power.
15 seconds to core meltdown.
More power.
She's golden.
Was that fun?
Gotta let her idle a few minutes, she'll buff right out. Oh yeah?
Once it just pumped a bunch out, man, it was roaring motor oil.
I think we still got 6 holes. Yeah, she's pissing out the oil.
What are you smiling about?
We'll let her have a 450-pound pipe.
Now me and the mad scientist gotta rip apart the block and replace the piston rings you fried.
All right, well, I thought I did a pretty good burnout. I left her all in the line, burnt the truck down, gave her all the way, popped both tires, and then this minty fellow Grove Alien had to make me look like a dick. Look at this guy, Mint. So if you whipped open a dictionary and looked up Minty Prick, this is the guy. So he boots the family out because they couldn't breathe. And you think he's done? He ain't done.
I didn't hear no bell.
Well, if you're gonna have your kicked, it might as well be by a minty prick like this. Man, now you're just rubbing it in on fire and sakes.
Man, take a
Do I owe you 20 bucks for sake?
I think I beat you.
This minty cost me my beer money for Fox Creek.
Nailed her, buddy. You nailed her.
So this here is my buddy Gantry Gimbleman butt welder. His co-pilot, when he went to go try to do a burnout the first time, kicked the relay off for the ECM. My buddy Dallas fixed her up for him, mint, and then he got to do a burnout after all. Still oil in it. Oh, she's cooled right down. It's barely even 7 million degrees. Let's see what happens. Let's do a fuel off crank.
That's bad. That's bad. That's bad.
It's a little less windy. Oh yeah, there's a hole gone.
Jesus, that sounds bad.
Slightly light, a little come back around.
Oh yeah.
That's bad.
Oh, is it out of fuel?
No, it's not out of fuel, buddy.
You don't think so? Is it bad? Is that a piston completely coming apart? I think it's out of fuel. Like the fuel line ripped off. All right, so Dallas told me over to my buddy Gantry Gimbleman butt welder's shop there, and we got to fiddle around trying to figure out why the pilot wasn't getting diesel. How stunned am I? All of it. If we gotta stand back and say, Peg, remember the 45 times I tell you this to run the slip tank instead? I didn't even cut the fuel tank again. You know how many times I've almost cut the fuel tank? The whole...
Why the fuck is that ring out of there?
The sending unit blew right out. It's not leaking any... Well, it's barely leaking now.
Why won't it run?
But why won't it run? We gotta grab some kind of a chisel and a punch or a Leatherman. Oh, I think I might have just got her out. Oh yeah. How did it blow it right out? But how the f it wouldn't leak all the way into town? It didn't leak at all. It was top notch. You know what too? The reason it did the way it did, because all of this there was no box here before and I built it all. Yeah, I'm a moron. Call me a moron. Do it. Do it.
Okay. Do it. Do it.
We're gonna have to go to the jerry can trick probably for the trip home. All right, well, what the we got going on here? We got some Toby tape. We got the main line going into here. Return line going into here. We got auxiliary fuel source. Now, being a drunk, dirty derelict, I have no idea how the we put this box on here. I put the box on here. Dallas and I did 8,000. Yeah, we did 8,000 burnouts last night. Yeah, but you never told me to put the slip tank in the back for a fuel pump or fuel tank.
That's right.
You never told me that.
Like
so
4 times.
F you. So anyhow, some drunk, fat cripple dropped the box on here last night, completely forgetting that the last box that was on here didn't have any of this, and bent all the lines and broke them all. So that's probably why it's running bad. Definitely not burnt holes.
There's not a melted piston.
No, no. And if it was a melted piston, these rags stuffed in the fuel tank, that'll fix it. I gotta go full Dodge guy and pump her up from underneath. You know what? Pumping it, we're just gonna spray it with brake clean or something. You got any ether in there? Yeah. It cranks a lot easier than it used to. Oh! Come on, fuel pressure. Hose the out of that air cleaner over there while I crank it, please. Just hose the all of it. More. Oh. Keep her going, keep her going. Oh. You gotta keep her sauced on there. Come on, sweetheart.
I think it might have a misfire.
Starting to register here. Oh!
Oh, you got her now.
5 good holes. Good job on the ether spray. That was journeyman. Don't focus on the oil behind the curtain. It's fun.
Probably shouldn't run it more than you need to.
I'll just keep her under 5 grand for the way home.
Car's on fire.
No, it's just a little oil.
All right, let's see how far we can go here. The old girl doesn't really have a whole lot of torque left in her. That's fine. Going home to Speed Shop. I am going home to lick my wound and get the old Cummins-Dumpster back up and mint again, but you know, I gave her all the way. I made 20 bucks, cost me 20 bucks, but the dump tires that I got on the back are just sassy, just mint. You always gotta look at that beer half full. The old Cummins-Dumpster definitely coming apart at the seams. We're still going down the road. All right, well, this locked hill going into old G-Dale is gonna be a bit of a test on her, tell you that. Got rock solid oil pressure still though. Those are bad noises. Sweetheart, I'll get you fixed up mint. I had to turn around here. It looks like someone needs a hand and they're stuck on the side of the road. Lucky for them, I had everything in this piece of shit to change the tire. Come on, girl. Couple more miles. She is still struggling. Willard, she's 4 or 5 days later, something like that. And are you still stunned? Are you stunned, dog? Are you a good stunned dog? Let's see what kind of hurting we put on this old girl. Will she chooch? I should have hoped she will. Good put the over there. Oh, she's not loving life. Considering. I mean, it's not that bad. I'll just keep telling myself that. The shoot is real. I didn't mean to put the hurting on this whole like I had. It is a big bite off the old sandwich that I'm gonna have to chew with a smile on my face and a piece of corn in my teeth, but I mean, it's the way she goes. So all that being said, you know, it's just more opportunity. I'm gonna be able to pull the mill out of this thing, pull it all down, me and the mad scientist, and have a gander at what the going on in there. I'm gonna guess there's some seriously misshapen pistons somewhere back there. The guy's gotta pull her all down, have a gander at her, and see what the deal is. You know, I don't have enough projects already. I needed one more. That's how that works. Check out that treat. How dare you? All right, well, since this piece of stuck in the shop, I might as well sit in it. Oh, of course there's a bunch of broken. How much broken? All of it. You know what I forgot? All right, we got a beer for me. This one's for Grandpa Jack. And what flavor do you guys want? New Patreon, 1776 and 1202s. You guys want Paps or you want a Miller? You guys don't want a PC Light, I promise you that. You guys get PBR. Well, I hope all you non-cripples and cripples alike enjoyed the video you just finished watching. It was a treat making it, I'll tell you that for all. But like I said before, I put too much time, too much energy into that old Cummins-Dumpster to let her die meow. So we're gonna pull her in here, we'll put her right beside the 49 Ford, you know, and we'll just have two engines on the stand in here. I mean, why have one engine on the stand when you can have two engines on the stand? You know what? Maybe even a third. All this no room to work. Man, minus 40, working in a snowbank again because I have too much garbage. But I appreciate all you minty pricks and halfwits for watching this dirty derelict garbage. If you guys liked it, go ahead and share it like VD in a Nickelback concert. I'd appreciate the out of it. Old lube tube there like to shove me in the back of the old closet. I'm so far in there that I might as well be in Narnia for Fox Creek. If you guys share it like VD at a Nickelback concert, I'm sure she'll get around and I'm sure she'll be just mint. You see those lights? They're just burning like that. You see the Willer dog still alive? And the diesel that just got burnt? Well, the reason I was able to do that on the level that I do was because of these minty pricks right here. I appreciate you guys. You guys are minty as tits out of 10. Don't worry about that yellow thing flapping at the top. That's got all to do with you. So I got some good news and I got some bad news. The good news is that the red ring, well, that's lipstick. The bad news is the black ring's Copenhagen. And either you got a real good old lady that likes to share dip with you, or your buddy Frank got a little too familiar down by the lake. So the good news is I was able to get these motherfuckers out the old confuser there. The bad news is the raises. I was trying to go in there and fiddle around in the Gmail, and it was all that I couldn't figure it out. And well, I guess I'm gonna have to do her next time. To all you minty pricks that gave my cripple a raise, this drink's for you. Willard, are you gonna drink that? You better drink that. So these are all the minty pricks that are keeping the lights on, the Willard fed, and the diesel burnt around here. I just want to say I appreciate every one of you minty pricks. You guys are sharing beard with Willard tonight. Well, like always, you know, start out with the L10 buckers. We got 307 Garage, 350 Small Hoppy, 1776, BTN SN 453569, or Get on Your Knees. That's got to be a number for something. So the 6 BT's a Cummins, the NS, I don't know, the 453 is a Detroit, and the S69, is that turbo? I don't know, buddy. That's one of a mouthful. We got Alfton Brown, Albert Kubak, Alex Maxfield, Ben Lebushi, Billy Bedigan, Brandon Bonds, Bud Boosie, Chris John, Colton Broden, Dan BR 549, Dean Soden, Dingleberry, Dixie Norma 1776, Ethan Beetle, 4 liters and Small Peters, Frank Ackpick, George Washington's Left Nut, man, Ghetto FM 89, Grant McMaster, H Taylor 200 TDI, I don't know what the that is. That's the old ashtray on wheels. What a treat. Jabab, Jake Hope, James Bauman, Jared Wilkes, Jason Smith, Jason Winstead, Jeff Spokowski, I'm stunned. Joe King, John Patrick Rowan, Joshua Donahue, Joshua Massey, Kyler May, Michael G, Mike Webb 7.3, My Balls on Your Jaws, OBS Nick 1776. Oh, it's OSB, just so you know. Raymond McCarter, Rob, Some Minty Prick, Tanner Young, T. Follett, Tony Cabriche, Tony Cabrich, Trevor Opperman 1776, Walter Bad 444 1202. Yeah, buddy. That's what that was. Wayne Forrester, 1776. Wes Bish, Wyatt Urban Udich. Whatever the... Man, that's a mouthful, isn't it? Ye One-Legged Hag. Is that a one-legged broad? There's no way I got a one-legged broad Patreon. Ye One-Legged Hag. That'd be pretty badass. You're my Crip sister. Pour one out for you. Mint. Zachary Lamson, Lick a Lot of Puss. All right, so these are minty 1202ers. So now usually I put in a Minty as America clip because I love all you 1202, 1776, Minty as. But she's late as out, and I got to get my fat crippled to a organic mechanic appointment in the city tomorrow and go to the Let's Go Truck Show. And I posted it on the old Patreon. Anybody that wants to come meet my fat crippled at the Let's Go Truck Show in Edmonton. I got to go get a new rubber foot because Willard chewed the toes off of this one. And after the new rubber foot, I'm going to head her over to the old Let's Go Truck Show. So I wanted to dial this off. I want to give all my appreciation to all you minty pricks. I can't thank you guys enough. But tonight, I ain't doing the America because, well, my fat crippled is stunned. It's 9 o'clock at night. I got to get up at 5. And I want my new rubber foot. So that's just the way she goes. So for every minty 1202, I'm pouring one out for you. No, you're not dead. I'm just going to pour one out for you. You got to minty. So we got Tanner Cobine. We got Brent Buck Nasty. Bullseye Repairs, LLC. What are you not going to drink that, bud? I'm going to drink some. Oh. We got Gibby Lyric. It's like having a beer with you guys. Kind of sucks because you guys are spilling it all over the floor, but it's kind of like having a beer with you guys. We got Gibby Barrick, Jared Gervals, Josh Lansfords, Nick Cardenas, Noah McCannett, and Weaponized Autism. Mint. All right, I appreciate all you 1202ers. You guys are bad. All right, we got the 15 buckers. We got Chris Ockamore, Devin Dosser, 4-3, Jarrett Hartle, Matthew Sullivan, Mike Howley, Morgan Wireman, T. Bokey, and Wicked Pisser 202. That's mint. So we got the 1776ers. You guys are mint as promised. Pour one out for you minty pricks. We got 6 Point of Hose, Grassy Hole, The Clan, Eric Wadsworth. You guys get to share one. Jack Stowell, James Horning, Josh, and we got Michelle Stallard. I'm pretty sure that's another broad. Willard, another broad. We got Nick Kaminsky, the Shotgun Mike, Zach Western, Zombie John, and 94 Thunderwhore. That's a mint name. That just rolled off your tongue and into hearts. All right, we got the 20 buckers at Alec Cramper, Alex, Bo Reeves, Boss Man, Billy G, Connor McCarty, Dane Wilson, Darren Peterson, Eli Sullivan, Flaccid Cowboy, buddy. They got pills for that. Gordon Haig, Jack, Josh Corder, Caleb Field, 1776, mint, Matthew Garner, Minion the Guard, Nortac Nutjob, 1776, Pawn Shop Back, Stunned and Microwaved Mongoloid. Willard, you're not the only one. Tom's Equipment Service, buddy, you can write that off now. That's advertisement. Go ahead and write the Patreon off. You're good. Tom's Equipment Service. There you go. Anybody needs equipment services done? Tom's your boy. We got Wody, 25 buckers. We got Cho Williams, Dickered with Dave. I know that guy. That guy's meant to. He lives down in Cowtown. He's a boiler guy, and he was helping my fat crippled big time in the Ottawa debacle there where everybody's a bunch of stunned pricks. Well, he was helping me out big time, keeping me warm. He even gave me his coat. I still got it to today. It's in my shack. Jarrett Long, RIP, Game Over, RWL Transport, buddy. RWL Transport, another tax write-off. Anybody needs hauled? RWL, got your back. All right, we got 30 buckers. I clearly up here because I'm stunned. We got Josh Hayden, Nolan Alexander, Brody Paget, 30-06, my favorite round, other than 12 gauge. 30-06, 12 gauge, and a Ruger 1022. Man, it's got to be a Rem 700 though. What a treat. And we got Austin Thomas at 50 bucks, buddy. We got Caden Barnwell and Mr. Sister Fister at 50 beans. You guys are mintiest. All the bullshit, mouth breathing, and mongoloiding around aside, I appreciate all you guys. You guys are mintiest. And without you, I wouldn't be able to do this dirty derelict on the level that I do. So I appreciate you, man. You can hear a grinding noise coming out of his head. So before I go back in the old Echo Shack and edit the of this dirty derelict production, just want to let you guys know we do have a coupon code or whatever the called for all you minty Patreons. It's 25% off for all you minty pricks, and I think it's good for, well, we just keep renewing it for you guys because you guys are minty as but I think it's like another week and a half or 2 weeks on that. So go to the old Patreon, we're gonna make a post in there and it's gonna have a code. When you go in there, you type in a code and all of a sudden you get 25% off. And just remember, all you minty Americans are already saving 36%, what for our currency exchange is absolute dog shit. So remember, for every dollar you spend here, it's like 70, or yeah, it's like 70 cents American or something like that, 60 something. That's, so yeah, give her all the way. You guys can just go to the store and make it rain and still have money left over for beer. And to all you cross-Pakistanians of the likeness, if you vote for Justin Trudeau, that it's just gonna get worse. So that's just letting you know that. All right, and speaking about voting, man, the left can't shoot for shit. Twice you guys to try to take out that legend, and he's still minty as my hat's off to you, Mr. Trump. Well, until the next dirty derelict production that I pull out of my ass, you guys keep out of yours. Winter dog. Are they mint? They're mint. Just on my way back to the shack. Listen, listen, listen. I think it's a duck.